Bulking as a hard gainer is far easier than what it's made out to be. I'm going to walk you guys through today my general eating timetable. And what I start off with, I'm at work at the moment, I'm just about to start. But my first meal of the day is a mass gainer shake. This has 1,170 calories. I'll show you guys how to make this later on. Why should you guys take the advice that I'm going to give you? I started off weighing 43 kilos, which is significantly underweight, and currently I'm lean bulking and I'm about 60 kg right now. I've been at 60 kg before, and it was on a dirty bulk where I looked a bit like this, and this is how I'm currently looking right now. So I'm gonna show you guys how I get 3,000 calories in throughout the day, just my tips and advice on how to lean bulk without putting on too much fat and not struggling beyond what's necessary as a hard gainer. Because I know the struggles of what it feels like to be a hard gainer, trying to eat food you don't want to eat, trying to feel like you have to eat overly clean. And then a big struggle which I faced was my gag reflex is very sensitive, so the moment I started to have the same texture on repeat, I just couldn't finish the food. So let's get this shake down and I'll catch you guys on my next meal. So that's what we're gonna do. Tip number 1, drink a lot of water. Drink at least 2 liters of water a day. The more water you drink, the more it expands your stomach. Quite simple. And another tip, wake up early. I wake up early for work, so it makes my life a whole lot easier when it comes to consuming calories, because I had that shake and that's a third of my calories done for the day. And also, if you're a hard gainer, have at least 2 out of 4 of your meals, okay, ideally 3, clean. The snacks and a meal in between, just have whatever you want. As long as it has protein, you're good. Now, for example, for me, usually around lunchtime, I go to a chicken shop and I just get some fried chicken, maybe that be a burger or some chicken, and I get the chips and I get a can of drink, because it's just going to be calories. And I like to do that because as soon as I get home, I like to go to the gym, and I don't really have the time to eat before going to the gym because it'll take too long, so I just get some food in. So what I suggest is you track your calories. Is optional for at least 14 days, and then when you do that, you're able to guesstimate, basically guess how many calories every food item that you have is, so you don't have to track it anymore. So for example, because I'm bulking, I'll always choose to guesstimate and choose the lower amount. So for example, the chicken burger, chips and the drink is going to be roughly 500 600 calories. Because I'm bulking, I'm going to say 500 calories, so that way I'm always playing it safe. If I was cutting, I would put on the higher end. I would assume it's 600 calories, so that way I don't go over my calories by accident. So I'm going to quickly devour this and then head back to the depot, unload, and then we're going to be on our way home. We have 2 more meals left, and they're both going to be healthier meals. So I'll catch you guys when I get home, and we have chicken and rice, and then it's going to be straight eggs. We are home now. I have freshened up. I'm going to have the third meal. So I have a bad habit. I like having tea. I like drinking tea quite often. So in times like this, I'm going to have my fourth meal, which is usually 6 eggs, which I drink. You can have anywhere between 6 to 8. If you have 6, it's about 500 calories. 8 is going to be about 600 calories. So I'm going to have 6 eggs. That's about 50 grams of protein there, roughly, give or take. And then I'll have a cup of tea, and we're going to start editing some footage, which I have from a while ago. So I'm going to do that until about 6 o'clock. But we're going to have the last meal before 6 o'clock. The reason you have your last meal before 6 o'clock, or for myself personally, because 2 hours before my bedtime, I get to bed at 8 p.m. So you want to get to bed, 2 hours after your last meal, or have your last meal 2 hours before you get to bed. That's so that your sleep is not interrupted by your eating, so that your recovery is optimal. So that's that. But if you're a hard gainer and you are bulking, there's going to be times where you're going to have to eat food and get to bed. Sometimes that happens to me. You're going to have shit recovery. You're going to have bad sleep, but you need to get the calories in. Let's go get some eggs, and then we're going to have tea, do some editing, and then have the last meal. So when it comes to the calories in the food, you can have fast food, but a rule that I like to set is if you're having fast food instead of healthy food, you want to at least be getting anywhere between 20 to 30 grams of protein from that fast food. If it's just primarily carbs or just shit macros, you're doing yourself no justice. You need protein to just help rebuild muscle, and it's just hitting your protein goals. If you're going to have a shit meal, make sure it has a good amount of protein. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Aside from that, if you do have bad food, it will reflect in your energy levels, so keep that in mind as well. As long as you keep all of that in mind, as long as you get what you need to get done, that's how I see it. Okay, let's get downstairs and get some eggs. Cool, I'm not sure if I'm in the frame, but you guys should be able to hear me. Got water on the stove, and 6 eggs are going inside. I have my eggs straight from the fridge, so I'm going to leave them for 4 minutes, and that should be just enough time so they don't become hard boiled. You want them to be lukewarm so that they're drinkable. So 4 minutes from now we'll take it out. Until then, let's have a quick discussion, because I was thinking about this. So when you are bulking, there is a tendency to sometimes not be able to finish your food. That's fine. Yesterday I had 6 eggs, but I only left on the stove for 3 minutes. And when you do that, what happens is the eggs end up being lukewarm. And I keep it in 2 cups. I split 3 in one, 3 in another. I finished 3. I was in the process of drinking the other 3. I swallowed it, and then I gagged. And what ended up happening, I basically threw up in my own mouth, which sounds disgusting because it is disgusting. I held up my mouth for a good minute and I was thinking, I can swallow this. That sounds crazy. But yeah, I just ended up spitting it out because I'm like, just before that I ate my rice and chicken. You have to think about it. Like, if I swallow that again and I throw up more than just the 3 eggs, it's not worth it, because that just means I'm wasting a whole extra meal. So yeah, when that happens, just firm it. It's gonna happen sometimes from now and then. As long as you cook the eggs to a certain degree and it's just warm, it's much easier to drink. One thing that I do recognize is I've been bulking for 3 months consistently now, so that's dialed in nutrition and training. Sleep is still a bit off and on, because when you're starting something new, something's gonna have to give, and sleep's what gives for me. So when I noticed my weight at the start, it's almost like you start in a deficit if you haven't been eating adequate calories to begin with. When I weighed about 54 kilos, I was eating consistently for like give or take 2 to 3 weeks before I saw the weight needle move up even slightly. Like, it would fluctuate quite a lot, but it would be like I'm stuck at 54, 55 kg. But now that I've been eating consistently for basically over 3 months now, week to week I can see like an incremental gain in my weight. So I haven't weighed below 58 in over like a week now. I'm weighing consistently about 58.9. Now I'm weighing in my 59s this week. So I think before the end of the month we should definitely be past 60 kilos, which is my highest weight I've bulked to so far. But one interesting thing to take into consideration is the fact that I'm much leaner than I was last time, because I dirty bulked that 60 kilos like I said. And I still have like my jawline definition, just definition along that side. That my stomach is not looking as thingy. What's going to be interesting to see is when I do my comparison between 60 kilos then and now. I'm kind of interested to see what the difference is. I think I do look bigger in that one just because I got a bit more fat, which looks like my arms are a lot bigger. Actually, overall I look a lot bigger, I think, but we can compare that later on. I'm going to reach that point where I do get a bit fluffy. I've got 20 seconds on the clock, guys. If you lose count, you're going to end up with hard-boiled eggs. It's not terrible, but it's just much more of a chore to actually consume. I'm going to get the eggs out, and then I'll catch up with whichever note I left off on when I catch you guys upstairs after I have the eggs. I'm definitely not in frame, so let me just... Yeah, I'm going to crack the eggs inside the cup. That's literally what's going to happen, so all that is a bit hot. Maybe it'd be more interesting to see me actually crack the eggs inside. Okay, we're back now. So, let me if I put you guys here. So, yeah, like I said, sometimes stuff's gonna happen. You're gonna break a couple of eggs. You're gonna end up wasting a couple of eggs. It sucks, but it's fine. So, see, I'm having 5 eggs today, about 400 calories, give or take. And maybe about 40 grams of protein. So, yeah, just stir it up. The better you stir it up, the easier to drink because it's less clumpy. That's just... If you have an electric whisk, you're actually chilling because it will do this much quicker than your hand, but still it doesn't require a lot of effort. So after you start it up, literally just down it. There's not much else to say, just drink it. Like, you can't tell me it gets any more easier than that. Like, what? Healthy, high in protein, and relatively cheap. Gonna wash these cups up and make my tea. I'll meet you guys upstairs. We're currently upstairs. I've got my lovely cup of tea. And one thing I did want to mention is, as a hard gainer, someone struggled to put on weight, you need to understand the benefits that you have. I feel like everyone comes with a level of a starter pack. That's just a thought that I've been having recently. Like, I feel like if you're a hard gainer, right, your upper body is usually going to be much more aesthetically easier to build than if you start off overweight. But if you're overweight, you've basically got a starter pack for legs. Like, your calves and thighs are going to be insane. Like, personally, like, my calves are quite skinny. My legs in general, quite skinny. Then again, I do only be squatting once a week. That's my only leg exercise. But because I'm on my feet quite a lot throughout the day because of my job, my calves are basically just 24/7 cooked. Not an excuse. I plan on building them, like, because I'm putting on more weight, I feel like my legs will naturally get bigger because I'm carrying more weight. So yeah, besides that, another point, if you're a hard gainer, you guys don't understand how lucky we have it. Like, we can basically eat shit food and work out, and we'll basically just get more muscular. As long as it has protein, you're going to get more muscular than you will fat because you have fast metabolism. That's what it is. And talking about metabolism, don't dirty bulk or bulk absurdly quick, or you'll end up in a situation where I ended up. So the last time I reached 60 kg is because I was eating a lot of junk food and I was kind of putting on weight really quick. So what ended up happening is, I felt like the food I was eating was just turning into fat because I wasn't active enough and I didn't have enough muscle to use that energy or that food that I was giving it. So eat generally clean, work out hard, and you do have the privilege of eating worse food, high calorie food, fast food, enjoying it rather than having to starve. I feel like because naturally we are hard gainers, when it does come to the time of cutting, how I see it for myself right now, I could be completely wrong. I feel like cutting is going to be a breeze for me because all I have to do is just not eat a meal. Like, I find eating to be such a chore. Like, I feel like it takes so much mental energy. It takes a lot of mental energy until you have your meals pre-planned in your head. So now I can make my shake on the go, eggs on the go, buy a random meal which suits my macros on the go. Chicken and rice is a go-to. It sounds very boring, but as long as you're seasoning your chicken and you're having some sort of flavored rice, you're fine. I'll show you guys what I have later on. Or what I have instead of the chicken and rice, I usually have mince with brioche buns as burgers. So those are my go-to meals. And the macros for that will be roughly anywhere between 2800 to 3200 plus any snacks I'm having. So I'm guaranteed over 3k basically every day. And another honorable mention, if I do not feel like having the eggs, I tend to have a bowl of oats with maple syrup or golden syrup, whichever syrup you put on oats, because it just tastes good. Probably have 10 to 12 grams of protein, but because it is a healthy alternative to like a bowl of cereal or something, I can't just allow it. And you can have that even closer to bedtime. Sometimes that'll be the last meal I have if I've come home really late, because it isn't too digestively demanding. Yeah, I didn't stick to my own advice. It's now going to be 6:45 and I'm only making my chicken and rice now. There's something that I've been dealing with recently which is quite something odd. I've been gagging randomly. I feel like gagging right now and speaking about it. Just randomly. Like, I don't throw anything up, which is good, but the thought of just food or eating makes me want to throw up. It is what it is. And one crazy thing I realized is, I bought 1 kilo of just boneless chicken thighs, boneless and skinless. 100 grams of chicken thighs has 27 grams of protein. Do you know how insane that is? And I'm nearly having 400 grams in one meal. Like, That is fucking insane. That's over like 100 grams of protein. It says pan fried, so I'm air frying it, okay? So I'm having 381 grams of chicken thighs with a packet of rice. So yeah. So what I was gonna show you guys is I was gonna literally about to just make it, but I figured I did say I'm gonna show you guys, so I will show you guys. So here's my blender. So this is the main ingredient. This gives you 625 calories. It is Serious Mass by Optimum Nutrition. I personally get the banana flavor because it is the hardest flavor to get bored of. Honestly, smells and tastes similar to McDonald's milkshake. I always add 3 grams of creatine on top. So with the Serious Mass, you only want to add 1 scoop. A normal serving size is 2 scoops. I only add 1 scoop. You only need 1 scoop. So I'm gonna put the mic down. I'm gonna add 3 grams of creatine. Honestly, it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly 3. Just dash it in there. I'm gonna grab my oats. I'll be back in just 1 second. So I have my oats inside another tub. So as soon as it gets empty, I recommend just using the tub to just store your oats. It's just a no-brainer. I have a 25 gram scoop. So what I do is I get 50 grams of oats and pop it inside here. The next simple ingredient is peanut butter. It doesn't matter if you have smooth or whatever, just grab peanut butter. We're going to put just 1 teaspoon of this. Well, if you want exact measurements, about 15 grams. You can put 30 grams if you like peanut butter. Personally, I wasn't a fan of it at the start, but now I can kind of hack it. And then, because we are bulking, you want to use whole fat milk. I like to put 400 ml. It comes out a total of about 700 ml of liquid, and it's 1,170 calories. That is my breakfast. So I make it the day before. I put it inside the fridge. Preparation is key. If you prepare, you're not going to fail. So I'm going to add the milk. I'm going to blend this up. Quite simple. You want to blend it for like a minute 30. You just want to make sure the oats are all blended up. Sometimes what I notice is it's a bit thicker. Sometimes it's a bit more runny. I prefer when it's runny. It's easier to drink. On the days it's a bit thicker, you can still drink it. It tastes quite pleasant, so you can't really complain. That's how you make that shake. So give it a go. You guys can try out the chocolate flavor of the Serious Mass. That's okay. Vanilla is also okay. I tried cookies and cream. Personally, it was too sweet for me. I didn't finish it. I just gave it away. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna blend this up, put this away. Got the chicken inside the oven. I'm in the air fryer. That'll be ready in a bit, and I'll show you guys the rice that I have after I get all of this done. Quick mention, this is the rice that I'll be having at the moment. This is 250 grams of rice. It has per portion 3 grams of protein, 6 grams of protein. It's not really for the protein, it's just for the calories. It has about 348 calories or something inside this one packet. I do microwave it. It's better if you cook it on a pan because microplastics, etc. But honestly, I just don't care at this current point in time. In terms of the shake, let the milk soak for a good 30 seconds at least, so when you blend it, there's less wastage. Yeah, I'll catch you guys once the meal is ready. I'm going to drizzle it with spicy mineral sauce as I do. You gotta love the bulk, man. You just have to love it. I'll catch you guys when I got my food. Hello. So, 7 o'clock. Totally 2 hours before bedtime. I'm gonna be so cooked. But, you do it, innit? So, as you guys can see, that is 380 grams of chicken, or let's just say 350 for the sake of it. 250 grams of rice. Calories overall, I believe, I did track it. It's going to be, I think this meal itself is, minus the eggs, is about, this is a 1k meal, surprisingly. Which is kind of insane. I'm actually kind of fat. Yeah. Besides that, I'm going to devour this. I'm going to drizzle some sauce. That's just extra calories, honestly. I have never checked the calories on the sauce. I kind of just pour as much as I want. Per 100 grams, it has 285 calories. I have no idea. I'd probably have about 50 grams. So maybe an extra 100 calories from the sauce. I'm going to absolutely devour this. And then I'm going to edit this video and hopefully get this up. Yeah, I appreciate you guys tapping in. I'll catch you guys in my next video. If this helped, subscribe. And yeah, that's all I got to say. I'm devour this now.